This can trip you up with ROIC. It's one of the downfalls, I guess, if you will, or one of the weaknesses to calculating ROIC. So you have to be careful. You always, as much as you can, want to remember to look at the history of ROIC, of a company's ROIC. It does depend on what context. Why are you calculating ROIC? What are you trying to get out of it? So that all matters, but definitely looking at the history and understanding what those outputs are telling you is a very important thing when it comes to interpreting ROIC and what that's trying to tell you. What's the story behind the ROIC for the business? So, company called Cardinal Health, if we were to just only look at the trailing most recent fiscal year, they look like a strong 18.6%. So you would assume that, okay, management's been really good at allocating capital. They have a very capital efficient business. But then if you are to calculate previous years, like I've pre-filled for us, you can see the ROIC wasn't that great. And in fact, there's a negative here. And that's where you had a big goodwill impairment. We can see goodwill has gone from 10 to 6. You can see invested capital itself has gone from 13 to 5. So some of this probably is working capital improvements, which are good improvements for the capital efficiency of a business. But some of it was just bad acquisitions from the past that have been impaired off the balance sheet, and now the ROIC looks better than it was. You could argue maybe the core business is pretty capital efficient now that some of the past mistakes of management have been wiped away. If you're using ROIC to analyze management, try to find if there were any impairments, look at the trends in goodwill and see what that is. I don't know the story for Cardinal. I don't know if they have a new management. I don't know if management's been there a while. But those are all things I would consider and things to watch out for. When you see impairments, it's going to make future ROIC look better. And if you are giving them credit for impairments and assuming that they're good capital allocators, be careful about that.